available.
Nice.
So what we're saying is, do you guys have something for us?
We didn't come prepared. One of a kind.
Everybody wants your name tag. Do you want ours?
Look at. Remember when you used to sit around and you understood? These are so amazing. Buddy TV. Hello, Giggles. Now, are these? Sorry, I'm so square. Do you know these?
I do.
Wow. Hi. Sorry.
Really, really.
This is very cool.
They're all necessary facets of the issue.
No, I get it. But are you online? Is that?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm print. I am old-fashioned.
We used to be print.
people you can't even do this anymore. This doesn't mean anything, does it?
Yeah, we're like one of the last. We have a monthly, 2 monthlies actually. Dish Networks, Hopper Magazine, Channel 5 Magazine, and then we have TV Weekly newspaper books. So we're just hanging out for dear life. But we will sit on people's coffee tables for a whole month. So.
Well, I didn't mean to start off a very old. Back to you.
Well, I mean, both of you guys have had a lot of TV projects. What was it about this one? I know you talked about this a little bit upstairs in the panel, but what was it about just this whole concept that made you think this could be a TV show? Because on paper, it's kind of crazy.
You want to go first? Okay. I met Mike on another project that didn't quite ring a bell to me, but we so were taken with him that we asked if he had anything else. He came, and 2 days later came back. This was something he hadn't thought of for me, and started talking for an hour and a half, and I just listened, and it was so out of left field and had been so well thought out, and he was so bright. You know, when somebody is so on top of their game that when you ask a question and they can say, I don't know, I haven't figured that out, it's so refreshing, and it was this amazingly smart conversation, and you know what he had done with Parks and Rec office in Brooklyn. I heard that Kristen was interested and most likely going to be involved. It was just like, I will place my bet that this is something that will make me happy. And I do believe that the older I get, it's like, go find the most creative, original, authentic voice in the room and then ask very nicely if you can be part of it. Because you have a good chance of being something good.
I forgot the question.
Were you mesmerized by my...
Yes. Yes. I think it was, why were we interested?
Yeah, what made you think that this concept could be a thing?
It's my 2 favorite things on the planet to explore. Funny jokes, and what does it mean to be a good person? They're quite literally the things I think about all day.
You do.
Yeah, I am obsessed with the ripple effect my life will have on people, places, and things. I have grown to be the person that considers and researches with everything I buy, whether it's food or clothing or what have you, how that business is run and what the people who produce those goods make, and is that farm sustainable or local or ethical or humane, and I don't make all the right choices at all, and I definitely make shortcuts, but I try. I genuinely try, and I'm really proud of that. And this concept included that. It included my personal, I don't know, chiron that's always on in the back of my head. That's not the right word, guys. Help me out. What's the word? My personal monologue that I'm always having with myself. And knowing Mike's quality of work was obviously, I bet even if it didn't have this concept, I would have said yes. But I was just incredibly lucky that it was exploring a topic I'm already interested in.
We would both call and talk to him for an hour or 2 hours or whatever. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but long conversations before we started shooting. Tell me the story again. Tell me the story again. and he would have added another layer. And it was just so well thought out and constructed. I literally giggle on my way to work thinking about what I get to do that day. I know we're selling it because you haven't seen what we've seen, but I can't wait for this.
Well, he also made this commitment to end every episode like it was a season episode. A season ender. Like a season finale, yes. Which I thought, oh, that's cute. That can never happen. And I swear on my kids, I think he's done it. It's incredible, this idea that he's linking each episode to each other because there's going to be a huge wait what at the end of every episode. It just takes a lot of brain power to keep an audience that interested because he will give you something and like Game of Thrones, he will just take it away. Flip it on its head. And it just keeps
I swear
really
people will be, pausing and going back to see stuff. Did you see the list?
Yeah, I already want to see it.
Read them.
I caught some of them and just chuckling at little ones in the corner.
Yeah, what's been one of your favorite sight gags in the background?
I love the stores. I really love the stores. Warm blankets is a store. Everything fits. Your anticipated needs. All the books.
Infinite light.
Yeah, infinite light.
What was the one with the soft, cuddly animal stores?
Hug bears. A place to hug bears. Yeah.
We also have a team of brilliant special effects people. So you'll see things. We played a scene, I can't tell you quite what it was and all that, but we were playing a very funny scene, and I'd forgotten this amazing thing that will be put in after computer generated stuff that's going on above us that I had completely forgotten about. The scene's funny. We don't just say we're in the afterlife.
We show it.
Yeah, we give you some good visual effects, so you go, yep, they're in the afterlife.
It's not reality.
It sounds like you guys were both really in on this from the beginning. So how much input did you have on creating your character? I think in the panel, Mike was saying that you actually gave him a lot of ideas for your
but it
character,
wasn't
and you were
input.
shaking your head like, what? No,
No, it wasn't input. It was literally just wanting to hear him talk some more and stuff I didn't quite understand.
Yeah. I think that's a different story than
I
what you
think
guys
I think you always are. I could see how when you always understand other people's characters better than one of them because they're telepathic and I'm special. I didn't know where my funny was, and so those questions usually were, wait, what's my funny gun? What's in there? So anyway, that was the conversation. But input. Sorry, I'm rambling. But my training has always been the writer writes. I get up and do it, and then there's a conversation. And my input will be, now is this what you were thinking? Because when I do your words, this is what happens to me. Is that what you want? Are we on the same page? I'm not the writer brain. I think you more of a writer, where you could pitch ideas to writers. I'm not that guy.
I don't know about that. I certainly don't feel confident, particularly not with the group of writers we've put together on this show because they are so awesome. Oh my God, yeah. But I don't know that I've deliberately input on the character, but I have noticed Mike writing my character tailored around certain things, albeit embarrassing, that I do. I grew up with my dad calling me and my two sisters dude at all times. From birth on. Dude, come here, dude. And my whole family calls each other dude. And I take a very casual approach in conversations. And my character now calls everybody dude, bro, man, which is perfect for her because she's meant to be very casual. But I do notice things like that Mike has put in based on how I act in real life.
I was surprised by how handsome my character was.
Sorry, it's actually time to wrap.
No, we did a few more minutes.
We did, okay. I was gonna gonna say, I thought one of the funniest gags is the fact that you can't curse in Heaven, the Good Place. So what was that like for you in particular, Kristen? Because your character has a lot of those moments where it's obviously one word and it's coming out as another. Is it hard to get that dialogue, or how did you kind of fall into that?
There have been a couple where, because going into it as an actor, you have to pretend you're swearing. You have to make it believable. And there have been scenes, particularly between William and I, that I'm swearing at him, and I just genuinely swear at him. And obviously we have to go again because it's unusable, but it really makes us laugh because my intention has to be as though I were swearing. So it took a little getting used to, but I'm used to it now.
This brain is like a steel trap, by the way. I'm on vitamin IV trying to learn my lines, and she goes like this. Okay. And she has a 6-page scene, so it's astounding over here.
Can you talk about working with William a little bit more, since
Isn't he wonderful?
He is so great.
By the way, all
Such a
of
bright star. It's crazy. And all of them. Our cast.
when you come back next year and we talk, you'll be wanting to interview
All of them.
All of them.
There's not a single one who doesn't have that intangible. Like, I was a part of the casting process for William, and I read with a couple people, and when Paris' character of Chidi, and when William walked in, you could just feel it when he started the dialogue. He had this intangible, and I feel like that's what you want from people, because it's not always about how you deliver the lines, it's your essence, and he shines so bright, and he has so much cool stuff to do over the course of this series. He's really getting to shine.
This show is not about us leading the parade.
No.
Every single character is so well written. By the end, you will just be screaming to interview Manny, the monk. You know,
you explore people in different episodes, so it's not really about Ted and I.
Taking you at your word there, this will be the third time that Mike has pulled that off on TV show. I mean, all three of them are such ensemble events where every character, it just feels like there's the right person cast in the right role, and
he's actually really good casting. Really good.
Yeah.
But I also like the fact that even though we have these big visual effects, we're just kind of asking you to stop telling people to eat, your farts, things like that. It's just kind of, it's the fourth car thing that Mike
Pick it up if you're so horny for the
was talking about, the fourth car thing, the things we're not asking you to become a UN ambassador or become a professor of ethics. We want you to just be a nicer person, and I think that's such a
But
great
I'm a
thing.
medium person.
Yeah.
That was a great line.
In a medium place in Cincinnati.
Yeah, but all these big visual things that do that, I think that's the thing that I just love the most about this show.
Yeah. Are we gonna, as we're moving from character to character, are we gonna find out how Michael came to be there? And
Yeah, you will not be disappointed. Literally, anyway. I really encourage you. I know we're selling crap, and we can
there's
make
so
this
many
off the
secrets
record. But please keep watching. Let's come back and talk again.
okay, all right.
Because it's
Is there
really,
like a list of things you're not allowed to talk about that we can see?
yeah.
Basically everything about that
Anything
show.
after episode 1. Yeah, please.
Aww.
Very good. 1, 2, 3.
And now can you do that? Thank you.
And I promise we're not being clandestine because we think this is super